Okay, so we're doing a brake job on a 2004 Chrysler Sebring four-door, not a convertible. It's just got the sunroof there. Anyway, so we got the pads. We took everything else off. I replaced this caliper. Okay, and it came with the hardware kit came with the spring set. So what you do with the problem with that is it came with all the springs, and I bought the shoes. The thing is, it does not come with this self-adjuster. If you do not have it from the old one, you definitely want to buy one. Here's half of it, and I'll show you the other half here in a second. And it comes with a plate. Now you're going to need this to finish your job. Alright, so there's your plate. Here's the other half of your self-adjuster. I'm going to be putting all that together. So look, I replaced this caliper because I had replaced this rubber hose. See the brand new brake line. Alright, you come over here and it hooks up right there. Most of this is 10 millimeter. I think this one was 5/8. And right here. This on my old one was broke off right here. My wife had slammed on the brakes. Whatever she did, it popped right off right here. And these brakes had fell apart and they were just rolling around, rattling around this rotor. Here's and this drum. Here's my old drum. So you can see there the wear and tear. I mean, we definitely need a new drum. So I bought a new drum. I got one here. All together with the shoes, the drum, and the hardware kit. It was about $100. Because I also had to buy this hose from here. And now that, even though you see that that's a brand new brake line, this won't turn. And you guys know how brake lines can be, and if you don't, you got to be very careful. You cannot keep turning. If this ain't turning, you'll break your brake line easily. So, anyways, this is the one they gave me. I said for the back rear, and look, it didn't line up. Now it's lined up. But what we did is we used the bracket from the old one, put it in where this is was supposed to be straight up, and now you see that it's. You see how it's horizontal? We needed it vertical. Well, so we just put in the old one. We locked it into this one and put in the old one. If you come into that problem, just because this does not spin, it'll come off. You can break it out of there, which is hard to do. But once you do it, it's not going to spin because of the way the stars are in here. It's not a perfect star. It's not adjustable. Okay, so now that I did that, got the new rubber hose. Now we're putting the shoes on, okay? So like I said, I put the shoes on. I got the spring kit. I'll show you the springs over there. I put the caliper on. I hooked the line back up. Here's my emergency brake right here. It's not hooked up yet. It hooks up to here. Okay, so I'm going to test it, and then I'm going to see if it got any pull. If it has any pull to it, what I'll do is I'll hook it up. But if it doesn't, there ain't no point in hooking it up. Just leave it there. So, yeah, we were missing this yesterday, though. I was working on it when I did all this, and we were missing this. Only because this was a rare way for these brakes to break. So, come over here. I have Alright, so here's your hardware kit. Okay, you got your pins, you got your long spring. You got two longer springs right here. So here's half of the old one. I found half of my old one. And the issue with that is I didn't find the other half. Because like I said, it fell apart in the parking lot and I had to stop. So, as you can see, it ends up just fine with the new one. And now you got to have both halves though. So here's the other half right there. Okay. So this has to be lined up. What you do with these springs though, since I skipped that part, I'll go ahead and show you. What you do is you put the pin through, and this is the cap. This comes separate from the spring. You push in the pin, you push it, it has it to where you put it in vertical, then you do it one turn and 1/2 a turn, and then it locks in just like that. So you compress it. Most people use pliers. I used my fingers and just turned it, and it worked out just fine. But my father-in-law was out here helping me, and he used springs. But other than that, let's get started here. I want to show you what the shoes look like here. Here's the shoes, and we're gonna do the right side as well. So maybe I'll video that from the start, from taking it apart and putting it back on, so you guys can see if any of you are out there having trouble with it and want to just do it yourself and don't want a mechanic to do it. Because that's how I am. I work on all my own stuff because all you got to pay for is the parts. All right, so here we are. Had a new caliper. Mine was all tore up. You're gonna want one anyway, so just get a new one. And this is your bleeder on your right, on your left. It's on your left here, and that's your bleeder. And the hose hooks up to the one on the right. You can definitely tell the difference. This is not in there when you buy it. It'll be in the bag, but you twist this in, and then this has a little yellow rubber grommet in it. This caliper does. It had one, and I took it out to put this in because so make sure you take that yellow rubber little grommet out of there. Okay, so you got this hooked up. Kind of hillbilly-fied it, but you know, that's how you gotta do things sometimes with aftermarket parts from Japan, so, or wherever they're from, overseas. So now that we got all this, all I need is the shoes. Put my new rotor on, finish hooking the shoes up. I'm gonna connect all these springs, and I'll show you guys how that works with the self-adjuster. So I will be right back in 2 seconds. I'll start this video back up. Let me get all my stuff situated, and we'll get going here.